Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite white colonizer, Tall the Traveling Clad, coming to you live from the United States of America. Get your white colonizer merch right now on thetravelingclad.com, and let's jump right into this video of Sneako coping.
Jesus a Palestinian?
So,
Can you say that?
of course, that land was called Palestine.
Can you stop lying? If Jesus was Palestinian, nigga, I'm white. Oh, I can't say the N-word anymore. Oh, that's really scary. Land was called Judea and Samaria. Nigga, please. Educate yourself, please. My name is Ryan. My job is done here.
Well, thank you so much to Ryan for debunking Sneako's absolutely, I don't want to use the word take, but this comes from an amazing creator. His name is Ryan John. He's Israeli by association, I believe. He lives in Israel. And I don't think he's originally from Israel. I don't remember exactly where he's from. I haven't dived too deep into him, but he's created some content standing up for Israel last year. Ryan John 89. Definitely go give him a follow. Great dude. He's made some of these videos debunking the bullshit pro-Palestine perspective multiple times at this point. He's incredible. And yeah, I mean, like, this question you can have.
Jesus a Palestinian?
So,
First of all, Sneako, half black, half Filipino, new to Islam, sort of adopted this like Andrew Tate Islam version of Muhammad hijab conversions, where you do the Shahada in Hyde Park and become like an all-knowing, all-devout Muslim because you have money. Because at the end of the day, what we've seen from these Muslim influencers, like FusiTube, like him, whatever, it's just like, it's, if do you have a lot of money to bring to the table? Yeah, okay, cool. So you can be a Muslim with influence now, and we'll bring you right up to the top of the Muslim influence game. And they always complain, by the way, of how the Jews control the money, and the Jews have all this money and this and that. These motherfucking millionaires, these multi-millionaires, they convert to Islam, and then literally the only reason they're given a platform is because they have millions of dollars, because these Muslim influencers are money-hungry bigots. But you have this guy talking to an imam who's like, of course Jesus was a Palestinian. The land was called Palestine, even though it wasn't called Palestine, definitely not at the time of Jesus. It was called Judea. That's where Jesus is from. Jesus was a Jew. And even in the Quran, it never says the word Palestine. It says Israel multiple times. It says the Holy Land. It says Bnei Israel. It says the children of Israel. It says the chosen people. It says the Jews. It never once, even remotely for a second, brings up the word Palestine. Not once. But you know, that's overdone. That's overstating. That's overspoken already. Everybody's done that whole, Jesus wasn't a Palestinian bit. Everybody's done the whole, the land wasn't called Palestine bit. Let me tell you guys, let me ask you guys a question, okay? This is really for the Muslims out there who are watching, if there's any of you watching. Do you believe that your word is more powerful than that of Allah? Do you believe that your word is more powerful than that of Muhammad alayhi wasallam? Do you believe that in some world you have more authority over the Holy Quran, over the word of Allah, than him himself? So how have you no shame? How have you no shame? You guys are the number one sticklers for the rule. I mean, you guys are also the biggest hypocrites because, like, there's no murdering of another Muslim, but you guys murder each other in the millions every year. We'll put that to the side for a second. You guys are supposed to be the sticklers, the people of the Quran, the strong ummah, the one that holds up its values. How, all 2 billion of you, have you been brainwashed to believing that Palestine is even a thing? How? How do you deny your own history? Your own history. Your own Quranic book tells you how the Arabs conquested and colonized the land. It tells you proudly and openly. It doesn't deny it. It tells you how you invaded different countries, including the Holy Land. It tells you piece by piece. It's well documented because it didn't happen that long ago. So how dare you change and invert the words of Allah, the words of Muhammad alayhi wasallam, to somehow pervert the message, while the mention of Palestine doesn't exist once, but Israel, the land of the Yehudi, of the Yahud, is mentioned multiple times. I think it's 40 to 60 times, and just in the Quran, not even in the Hadith. So you tell me, do you believe you're more powerful than Allah? Take a second to think about it. I Luckily, I don't subscribe to your religion. I don't subscribe to your book. I have respect for you. I have respect for your religion. I have respect for your book. It's your book. But me, as a dirty Yahud, I shouldn't know more about your book than you. Muslims, you shouldn't need to play these games of having the hip and hop and this and this and this. Palestine is a spit in the face to Allah and Muhammad because it didn't exist. It's not a real thing. It's a manifestation of Arab colonization, which, to be honest with you, is also a bit of a disservice to the Quran, but we can get into that later. You need to have a think, oh powerful ummah, on what you want to represent you, because you're sending mixed messages to the world. You either believe in the Quran or you believe in your own Arab lies. You have to sort of make a decision. You have to make a tough decision at a certain point. The nice thing for me is I don't need to make that decision. When I dig underground, I find eternal proof of Israel over and over and over and over and over and over again. I don't find any of Palestine. So you guys need to make a really hard decision on whether you want to continue lying through your teeth or you want to start picking a narrative that's Quranic. I'll see you guys in the next one. Do support the channel by buying your White Colonizer merch down below in the description at thetravelingclat.com. And I'll see you in the next one. I love you guys a long time, and goodbye, clats. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.